all the way. News Extra is next. It is brought to you by Gehring Civic Center. Here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you, Dennis, and good morning, everyone. We have probably one of the more unique fundraisers we're going to talk about here in the next few minutes that I think we've ever had on this particular program, as Prairie Haven Hospice is doing a fundraiser during the Farm and Ranch Museum Harvest Festival this weekend. And the festival is September 15th and 16th. And we have Kim Schledewitz here and Linda Rock, and Kim is going to discuss the fundraiser, and then Linda will describe what the money's going to go to. And Kim, you're outfitted, and I was told there's a lady in a cow outfit outside, and I go, I'm doing a thing for Prairie Haven Hospice fundraiser. What does cows have to do with it? Describe what your guys are doing on Saturday and Sunday at the Farm and Ranch Museum.
Thank you, Kevin. We are going to be doing cow patty bingo, so I hope everybody comes out and joins us. You get to buy a square, your favorite number, for $5 a square, and if the cow or goat makes a deposit in that square, you win the $100.
All right, you win the $100
Yes.
if they are moving around in the area at the Farm and Ranch Museum, and like you said, make a deposit. And it's either a cow or a goat.
Right, and you can buy a square for each or.
Each or.
Yes.
Either
yes,
one.
That's right.
Okay.
We'll also have the cow patty mobile out there, so please come out and look for that. We will be handing out cow tails from the cow patty mobile.
Yeah.
And we will also have cow patty judges out there.
Now the judges, before we get into the judges part, the cows and the goats you're going to have like 25 different squares out there.
Correct.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And they're like 4x4.
Yes.
Okay. And so you're going to line the area. It's
Yes.
not today, is that right?
Correct. Yep.
In Bronco Orange, apparently.
Of course.
You're doing that tonight, huh?
We're going to do that tonight.
Okay. And then so you do that tonight, and then the judges, if the cow or goat disperses the deposit in like more than one square, then you have to determine which square it was most depositing it in.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Correct. So the judges will get in there and kind of, measure it and look at it and assess the situation, and then let us know which square is going to be the winner.
Okay. All right. So who are the judges here for this?
We have two of them. On Saturday, Dr. Packard has agreed to help us out and get in there, as well as on Sunday, Pastor Nusswarn said he would come and help us.
All right. All this starts at 2 o'clock both days?
We're going to be out there on Friday from 9 o'clock starting to sell tickets, and about 1:45 we will stop selling the tickets. At 2 o'clock the animals will be released into the bingo area.
Okay. Okay. So you start on Friday at selling tickets at 9 o'clock?
Correct.
All right.
Saturday.
Or actually
Yes,
Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday, 9 o'clock.
Yes. And we are pre-selling tickets, so if anybody wants to buy a ticket, they can either see me or Prairie Haven Hospice.
Yeah, and all you have to do is just say what number you like from 1 to 25. And
Yep.
You don't have to be present to win.
Nope, you don't.
All right. And if there's, so in other words, if there's like 10 people that pick square, for example, 12.
Correct.
And something happens there, then those 10 people, what happens then?
We put them all together in a big drawing, and we draw out one name. And
Okay.
that name will win the $100 for the goat or the $100 for the cow.
Wow. Okay. So, and you're also, I understand, you have somebody from the station that's helping out, bringing an animal to do this. Is that right?
Yes, Steve Flowers has so graciously donated an animal, so
Okay. So it's a Steve Flower cow that's doing this?
that's what he said.
Okay. All right. What about the goat? Yeah, who's that from? Do you know?
Yes, that is from Pat Hale. She's also a volunteer at Prairie
Yeah.
Haven Hospice, and they raise goats, and
Yeah.
they will have a goat there.
Okay, so Howard and Pat.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, that's pretty good. What else should we know about before we get to Linda? We'll take a break and we'll be talking to Linda about why we're doing all this. But anything else we should know about Cow Patty Bingo?
Yes, I would like to thank the Farm and Ranch Museum as well as Nancy Haney. They have been very gracious to let us come out during the Harvest Festival.
All right. Now, if people want to say they listen to this and they go, well, this sounds cool. Maybe I'll buy a ticket for this or a couple of 3 tickets for this. It's only $5 a piece to buy a square. If they want to do it in advance of Saturday morning, how do they do it? They just give you guys a call, or?
Yes, at 641-5548, and I'd be more than happy to get them tickets.
All right, 641-5548. And can they, if they're real close to the Farm and Ranch Museum, can they buy tickets out there prior to or not?
Not at this time.
Not at this time, okay. 641-5548 is how you would buy advance tickets. Otherwise, you just go out to the Farm and Ranch Museum on Saturday morning and get your tickets. That's cool. So who came up with this idea real quick before? Was it you?
I've seen it on the internet.
Oh, you
I
saw it on the
would be fun.
internet.
Since this is
Okay.
cattle country, I thought it would just be appropriate.
That's why they have the internet these days. All right, we'll take a break. We'll explain why we're doing all this right after this.
You're
Beyond
on,
the
Nancy.
league, beyond compare. You want a venue with added value, with professional staff to assist in event planning, and the Meat Shop's 29 years of catering experience, you can effectively amaze 1,150 of your closest friends. Book your small dinners, picnics, banquets, and meetings of all sizes. Call West Nebraska's premier multifunction facility or visit us at www.gearingciviccenter.com. The Gearing Civic Center. You've been here, you know.
We're back on News Extra, and we've been discussing Cow Patty Bingo at the Farm and Ranch Museum coming up this Saturday and Sunday, 2 o'clock. You can get your tickets prior to on Saturday morning, starting around 9 o'clock for just $5 to buy a square. And hopefully the animals will graciously look at your square. So anyway, we're doing this. Like we said, Kim Schledewitz and Linda Rocker here, and Kim explained how the contest works. Now, Linda, we're raising money for a kind of unique situation, right?
We are, and thanks, Kevin. We are raising money for a partnership that Prairie Haven Hospice has had with Bunda Hospice and Palliative Care in Tanzania. This partnership originated back in 2008. Prairie Haven Hospice was aware of the fact that there were many programs in Tanzania and all over really sub-Saharan Africa in need of partnerships in order to reach a very, very large population of people dying, primarily with HIV and AIDS, but also cancer and many other terminally ill conditions. So we partnered with the Foundation for Hospices in Sub-Saharan Africa, and we're given this partnership in Bunda. And over the past 4 years, we have done a variety of things to raise money for that partner. They serve about 500 individuals and about 200 orphans. Those orphans, again, individuals whose parents have died of HIV and AIDS. And they cover a tremendous area, primarily either by walking or on bicycles. There is no vehicle for them to travel to the many villages. They utilize trained volunteers to provide a lot of the services, and the volunteers receive a $42 a year stipend to do this work. And the volunteers are really primary caregivers for patients. They're doing wound care, they're doing patient teaching, and they do this with next to no funding, next to no supplies. And so it's been our mission, with really the vast amount of resources that we have, to try to share some of our resources to help care for this population that truly is suffering in extraordinary ways.
That's pretty amazing situation. So, and like you said, you guys have been raising money for this partnership for 4 years now, right?
We have.
Okay.
And we've been so fortunate to have community support. We have a FASHA committee. Kim Schledewitz is one of the members of that committee, and our volunteers who've really taken this under their wings and really added so much value to the partnership by raising dollars. We had hoped when we started the partnership that we could just send supplies and materials and support the partnership that way. But we found that really any kind of mailing to the partnership rarely gets there. So, and that's just because of all of the unrest in the government in that part of the world. So dollars are really the most important thing. They're wired through FASHA to our partnership, and that goes into a bank and is used specifically to meet the needs of the patients and, again, the orphans that they're serving. They really are doing heroic work in that part of the world.
All right, very good. Well, we appreciate you explaining it all, and good luck with it all. I hope a lot of people are out there buying squares
Thank you, Kevin.
and helping out this this wonderful need that they have over in Africa, and it's great that you guys have this partnership. It's just fantastic. So good luck with it, and thanks for coming in. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Kevin.